Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is the Alex Jones Show. Last segment of this first hour. Alex Jones is going to be rejoining us shortly. He is on a mission in Arizona right now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Alex Jones Show. Owen Schroyer sitting in studio for Alex today. We will be hearing from Alex. He was on a special mission last night, took a flight to Arizona in the middle of the day, landed at night, went right to the Stop the Steal rally that are happening around the nation. By the way, where are the Biden supporters out in the streets? They're nowhere, folks, just like during the Biden rallies. There is a lot to be addressed today. And I'm looking at the video list thinking, well, what should we start it off with? Is it Ted Cruz and the Trumps and the president and everybody saying, hey, look, they rigged this election. They're stealing it in Philadelphia. Is it now for the third time they steal a state at the wee hours of the night, 4:20 time local Georgia? After losing all week long, magically, Biden, just like Michigan and Wisconsin in the dark of night, takes the lead in Georgia, and now they're done counting. How convenient. Oh, nobody saw that coming. No, nothing to see here. Total theft, total chicanery. I mean, at this point, it's just spitting right in your face. So the war is on. Sadly, as we have been saying, the 79 days of hell is here. So I would pace yourself emotionally, pace yourself intellectually, and understand that the election's over, Trump won, but the Democrats have been voting since the election ended and Trump won. The Democrats just kept voting until Biden won a couple states he needed to win in order to be declared victor. That's now the time that we're in. Trump is going to have to challenge this legally. He's going to maybe even have to go to the Supreme Court. Let's hope not, because I don't like that. I don't think ACB will vote for him. I think she'll stab him in the back. I think Kavanaugh will favor with him, probably Clarence Thomas. But I don't know. I don't like it. But they have been caught. Videos of them filling out hundreds of ballots, just nonstop, filling them out. Caught in Arizona, telling people, oh, use a Sharpie. And then, oh, sorry, your ballot doesn't count. Or maybe it's Trump, maybe it's Biden. We'll just go with Biden. Military ballots burned, boxes and bags of ballots being drug into Pennsylvania overnight. I mean, it's insane. Again, the analogy is, if you're playing basketball and you're in the fourth quarter of the NBA Finals, Game 7, and you're up by 30 points. You're up by 30 points, and there's couple minutes left, and then all of a sudden, the team that's losing, the team you're playing against, decides they're just going to have their whole team on the floor. So they've now got 12 guys on the court. They're getting on each other's backs. They're blocking all your shots. They're scoring every time down. They're outnumbering you 12-5 on the court, and then two of the guys are boxing out the refs. The refs can't see the game. They don't know what's going on, and then, oh, magically, 2 seconds left. They're up by 5, and game over. They win. And you're like, hey, they had too many guys on the floor. And the refs are like, well, we didn't see anything. We were being blocked by all the guys on the floor. But they win. Biden 2020. They want you to believe that Joe Biden set the record amount of votes by like 10 million. No, actually, you want to know what happened last night? Actually, you want to know what happened on election night, which feels like it's still last night? Trump won, and Trump got more votes than Barack Obama did. Trump set a record for most votes in an election. Trump won in a landslide. I would guess at least 305 electorally, probably more. All the Democrats had was the steal. We knew where they were going to do it. Everybody knew it. They've been caught red-handed. And we shouldn't even have to have a legal battle. Americans should be out in the streets in droves demanding these Democrats resign because they've been totally caught. They know it. Yeah, my analogy in the first segment with the basketball team wasn't even enough. It's not just that they have 12 players on the floor. They've also got 30 basketballs. that they're scoring with. Welcome to the Alex Jones Show here on this Friday, November 6th. We do have Leanne McAdoo in studio. I'm going to be live with you for 7 hours today. I've got a lot to address, including a interview I had with Steve Pachinik that went beyond viral. And I want to explain something from that because a lot of people are asking follow-up, and it seems that somehow that got everywhere. And I want to explain what happened yesterday and what Pachinik is talking about. But, folks, we have exclusive footage today, right here on this Friday, November 6th, on the Alex Jones Show that you've never seen anywhere before. And I'm almost afraid to show this to you because it's so blatant what the Democrats are doing, but we're going to have to do it. But let me explain. When you go to bed and Trump is up hundreds of thousands in Michigan, and then you wake up and Biden's won Michigan, that's cheating. When you go to bed and Trump is up hundreds of thousands in Wisconsin and you wake up and Biden won, that's rigged. When you go to bed and Trump's been leading Georgia for the entire race, and then 5 days later you wake up, oh, Biden won and now they're done counting, that's illegitimate. And this is the fraud they're trying to run on you with graphs where Biden votes literally shoot straight up. I mean, it's like a steroid injection into his votes, and it's like, hey, oh, nothing to see here, just 138,000 mail-in ballots for Biden here, 50,000 mail-in ballots for Biden here. The split is 100% for Biden. It's totally normal. It's totally normal. Nothing to see here. Biden won. Don't ask any questions. And this has been Fox News. But, folks, this is unbelievable footage that we have for you right here. So let's begin rolling it. Check this out. Biden ballots landing in Arizona last night. Unbelievable footage that we have for you right here. We were lucky enough to have a man on the ground filming. And as you can see, this is a plane load of mail-in ballots landing in Arizona last night. So they got a lot of counting to do. As you can see here, this is a jumbo jet. They've got 5 million mail-in ballots for Biden loaded up on that C-5. And so here you go. It's going right to the polling place. There it goes, Maricopa County. They've just discovered another million mail-in ballots for Joe. But that's not it. We have footage from Georgia. This is early last night. Here's footage from Georgia. Another plane load. Look at this. Mail-in ballots arriving in Georgia. It's unbelievable. As you can see here, the plane load of mail-in ballots landing in Fulton County last night, magically all for Biden. Thank God we were able to get that plane. We also have footage, guys. Can we go to Pennsylvania? This is in Pennsylvania. We have similar footage. As you can see here, they had to go right to the polling place, landing nearly on top of cars on the road. That's how desperate they were to get these ballots to Philadelphia County right there. They're landing. They're going right to the polls. That plane is going to be pulling up right to the polling station in Philadelphia County. That's not it. We've got Wisconsin, guys. Let me see Wisconsin. We've got a plane in Wisconsin. It's just landed right there. So they're going to make sure they've got at least 50,000 more mail-in ballots for Biden. They're going to be sure that Biden takes Wisconsin with a big margin of victory as well. And, guys, did we have Michigan, too? Did we even catch them in Michigan? Oh, my God. And there it is, folks, the Motor City. Another plane load of mail-in ballots for Biden has landed in Michigan. This footage was actually shot on November 4th, magically, right before Biden won the election there. So, wow. That's amazing, isn't it? That's amazing. Of course, that's satire. That's a joke. But it's as real as believing that Biden gets 138 mail-in ballots all for him. It's as real as believing that in Michigan, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, Georgia, they'll probably go with North Carolina too. We'll have to see. Biden down all night, losing all night. For multiple nights, all week. Biden's behind all week. And then magically, in the dead of night, Biden takes the lead. It's the most obvious, most ridiculous thing we've ever seen. But it's the year 2020. So it's not win in Rome anymore. It's win in 2020. When in 2020, do as the Democrats did. Fake everything. So, I mean, what is the most obvious fake job? The fake pandemic, which is over. Is the fake pandemic over? I'm not hearing about the pandemic. Is anyone else hearing about it? I'm sorry. Is the pandemic over? Did the health issue become a non-issue now? Are we done with that? Are we fine? Can we take off the face diaper? Can we open up now that the pandemic's not a thing anymore? Or will it be a thing again? Or are we just not going to talk about it? Are we just going to not talk about how that thing that ruined all of our lives is just not a thing anymore? How are we dealing with that one? We're just going to let that one go, huh? Oh, kind of like we let Obama spying on Trump go, and then all the lies about Trump, and then the Russia hoax, and the impeachment hoax, and then the pandemic hoax, and now the election hoax. We're just going to let this one go too? We're just going to let these people rape us intellectually, torture us psychologically? I sure hope not. But you know what? Since I'm here in this 3 minutes, because I'm sure a lot of people are tuning in, and I'll probably address this again on the War Room for that audience. But Steve Pieczenik has never BS'd me. He has a reputation that's very strong. That's why when he came on the War Room yesterday and said that there's a sting operation run against the Democrats with the mail-in ballots, it went mega viral. Now, I'm just going to be fully transparent. Steve Pieczenik knows what he's doing. He came on the War Room yesterday and he threw a smoke grenade, and we were able to see where the smoke followed. And you were able to see where the smoke followed. And crazy enough, the smoke went everywhere, in case you didn't notice. So, I mean, you know, for InfoWars being banned, boy, we sure know how to control a narrative, don't we? And then Alex Jones lands in Arizona and dominates Twitter. So for InfoWars being banned and Steve Pieczenik coming in on Skype from his kitchen in a floral shirt, boy, looking pretty good here, aren't we? Thanks to you. That's us, all of us, the crew, me, Alex Jones, everybody. But the smoke went everywhere. Did you notice that? Now, part of that is just total proof that everyone's listening to InfoWars every day, whether they want to admit it or not. The other point of that is that what Steve Pieczenik said on the air yesterday is totally true. It's not even really a secret. If there was any secret that Dr. Pieczenik said, it was that he has people, we'll just say, you know, he's got intelligence sources, and they're saying that this is a sting operation, and they used the mail-in ballots, and they've been caught. Now, everybody is so desperate for an answer to election night, they took that notion and buried it and like planted a seed and wanted it to be like a huge tree overnight. Now, personally, look, again, yes, you can go look it up. The USPS and the Department of Homeland Security had encrypted ballots with the mail-in ballots as a cybersecurity measure. Call it a watermark, call it blockchain, call it whatever you want. It doesn't matter. They did set that up. That is a real thing. Is that going to be used to stop voter fraud? Absolutely. That's why they set it up. What kind of technology is involved? Well, maybe they're being fully transparent, maybe not. So if you're looking for some sort of a solace in that segment, if you're looking for solace in the notion that all these people are going to be caught and arrested because of the mail-in ballot fraud, I personally don't believe that's going to be the case. And I looked into this last night because everyone and their mom was blowing me up about it. And so I personally think, yes, will there be voter fraud exposed from the mail-in ballots? Absolutely. Will it lead to arrests? I don't think so. Will it be enough to stop this steal? No. And that's the key. There are so many angles to this steal. They all have to be attacked. Dead people voting, fake mail-in ballots, ballots flipping on Election Day in the machine. It's all an issue.